Nothing hurts more than finding out that the person you give all your trust to, the person who raised you, betrayed you all this time. And that is exactly what Duncan is going through. Or should I call him Percy? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I drop a new video. Now, let's get into it, because this was messed up. Duncan had just met his grandfather and lost his grandfather all in the same day. Matter of fact, all of this has been happening on the same day. Not only did he find out that the world he's living in is infected with rogue stories who look to kill humans, he also finds out that he's also been raised from birth to be a weapon. And his the woman who has looked after him his whole life, was a supposed monster killer. So right now, he deserves the truth. And his grandmother knew that there was no hiding this anymore. So she gave him the truth, raw. First of all, the only reason she never told him about it was because the truth gives these monsters life. The more people who know about it, the more stronger they become. So the reason no one in this world knows about it is because they wanted his soul. And his grandfather was a nut job. He wanted to monster hunt, but they killed all the monsters. So now he conspired to bring back the Grail, and he corrupted his own daughter into giving birth to a Galahad. Her daughter was the mother of Galahad. So all this time, that woman that always stood beside Galahad was his mother, and his brother was Galahad himself. This was clearly a lot to take in, because Duncan was losing his mind. His mother, who he never knew, was here with the brother who he never knew. And the woman he trusted was lying to him all this time, raising him as a weapon. Matter of fact, she forced him to keep his virginity just so he could be the perfect knight, Percival. But it wasn't over. She looked to her grandson and said, "I've been like a mother and father to you, right?" He was pissed off. "Why are you asking me that now?" She asked him the same question over and over again till he finally admitted, "Yes, you're like a mother and father to me." Then she shot herself in the chest. He couldn't even believe what just happened. What? But she knew that the only way he could chase after the Holy Grail was if he had a surrogate father that was bleeding, becoming the new King Fisher. This was insane. But his grandmother was hardcore. She knew the mission, and the mission was too important. So she told him to chill, gave him a note, and told him to go after the Grail. He really didn't want to go. He wanted to stay with his nan, but the mission comes first. So with all anger and all rage, he left. And she watched him running, saying, "Yes, he's a good boy." He was now in a foreign magical land he knew nothing about. But his grandmother always had to protect him, because in that note, she gave him a list of instructions. Don't wake the dragon or you'll die. Don't sleep in the room or you'll die. Do not unleash the witch in the pot or you will die. He avoided all of this only to find his brother, his kid brother, about to claim the Grail and end the world. He couldn't let this happen. But at the same time, this kid has lived all his life for this moment. He has lived his life believing he was the true Galahad. And Duncan was good. He was innately good. He had a clean shot. But he was never going to take it, because that is not how he operates. While he was thinking, he must have forgotten. Galahad came here with a Death Knight. And the Death Knight was here to kill Duncan. Striking first, Duncan was quick enough to get out of the way. But just before the knight could deliver the killing blow, one of the ghosts holding the chalice, the Holy Grail itself, asked him, "Who do you serve, knight?" And he said, "I serve Galahad," which was a mistake. The Death Knight was instantly struck down by magic, because Galahad was never charged with finding the Holy Grail. Percival was. Using the opportunity, Duncan got back on his feet, wielding the gun, asking his brother to give him the Holy Grail and stop this foolishness. But his brother knew deep down, "You are Percival, raised to be good. You will never shoot me in the back." And Duncan knew this as well, Because next, he just dropped the gun back on the floor and pulled out his hand, saying, "Let's fight for it." But his brother had a sword. You do not bring a hand to a freaking sword fight. Duncan was about to be stabbed by his kid brother, so he thought the best option was just to talk to him. "Bruh, you don't have to do this. They raised us to be knights. It makes no sense. Do not end the world. Do not kill countless people by unleashing that Grail." He was trying to appeal to his brother's humanity, but his brother was freaking crazy because his brother wanted chaos. He wanted a fantastical world and he wanted to rule over everything. When Duncan heard this, he said, "Oh, okay, I get it now. You are absolutely insane." Knocking his ass out clean, he picked up the Holy Grail and ran as fast as he could back to his grandmother, excited to show her that he got the Grail. But just before he could talk, the Grail disappeared, and his grandmother looked at him and smiled. She was proud, but she told him one last lie. There were 3 Holy Grails, and the fact that he got one has slowed down Arthur's plan, and she was proud. But right now, Duncan was not listening. He was going to save his grandmother, one way or another. Looking at Rose, he asked her to drive him somewhere, and she did, to a bathhouse to be exact. His grandmother looked at him and said, "Bruh, bathhouses and healing waters do not work." And he said he knows. He's going to Camelot to get the scabbard that could heal any wound. You don't get to die so easily. His gran was shocked. "Arthur will kill you on the spot." He said he knows, but he's not going there empty-handed. Going on his knees, he approached the bath and made a claim. "I am Percival, knight on a quest. I need to retrieve the scabbard of healing for my liege. I am unworthy and I am unarmed, but I need your assistance, my ladies, please." His grandmother told him, "Bruh, this is a mistake." But he looked at her and said, "You raised me for this. You raised me to be good, and I hope I am." Just before self-doubt could set in, they responded, "We hear you, knight, and we offer you arms. Excalibur is yours. Go fuck shit up."